Guys, how are you? I'm so excited to bring you this update because it is my first update for my Pan That Palette Singles Edition Project Pan Challenge, and I actually did finish 2 shadows this month, which is so awesome. But if you guys aren't aware of a Pan That palette, I'm basically focusing on eyeshadows, and usually it is in like a big palette or just a regular palette, but I'm actually focusing on single shadows in my collection. I did have 1 eyeshadow in a palette, but I'm not trying to use up the entire palette. So I'm excited to share my progress with you, share with you the eyeshadows that I did finish up this month. And also, if you're interested, I do have a giveaway going on my channel right now, and it ends on September 27th. I will have it linked up in the cards right here. I'm giving away a ton of high-end makeup and skincare and a bunch of other products. I'm just happy to be here with you guys today because it's been a while since I filmed, and I have some pre-recorded videos, but I think it's been around 2 weeks since I filmed. Anyway, let's get into the progress, and I'll share my eyeshadow progress with you. So let's talk about my Too Faced Natural Love palette. I only had 1 eyeshadow in here that I was focusing on using up, and I actually used it up this month. I used up the shade Heaven in my Too Faced Natural Love palette. This was a matte cream shade that I used to set my brow bone and just use as a blending shade on my eyeshadow, and I did like it a lot. I have another eyeshadow in here that I like better for doing that. I'll insert the picture of what this eyeshadow looked like in the intro. So as you can see, there wasn't a whole lot left. I was able to use it up probably within a week or 2, and I'm happy I did, so that's 1 eyeshadow down. Next, I finished up my H&M Eyeshadow in Fine China, and this one I tried to do pot. So as you can see, it's like a little bit kind of jagged right there, and then it ended up cracking, so I had to repress it, and I repressed some into another pan as well. I ended up finishing this pan, and this was a matte cream shade as well, and I like this one better than Too Faced Heaven, and it's also cheaper, and I don't consider this a high-end brand. And it was nice. I actually bought 2 backups yesterday because I went to H&M with my friend when we were going shopping, and they had the eyeshadows, at least some of them, for $1, and I got one apparently that was marked as $1 and one that was marked as $6.99. So she was like, I'll just give them both to you for $1, so it was only like $2 and some change. So I got 2 backups of this one, so I'm happy to have it in my collection again for less than the price of a normal eyeshadow of these. These are normally $6.99, but I did finish this one, so I'll insert a picture of what it looked like in my intro. So I'm happy to have this one done, and I only have a little bit left in my repressed pan right here. You can probably barely see it. It's up in that edge right there, which it'll be gone tomorrow. So technically this eyeshadow will be done tomorrow fully, and I'm happy because it's another eyeshadow down in my collection, even though I did get 2 backups. But I'm happy to have a prettier version of this eyeshadow because it looks kind of jagged right here. So glad to be done with this one. I believe in my intro video I mentioned that I'm going to be putting in shadows after I use them up. So I'm putting in 2 shadows in this month since I used up 2 of them, but I'll show this at the end of the video. Now onto the eyeshadows that I'm still working on. So first I'm going to talk about my MAC Omega eyeshadow, so I'll insert a picture from my intro video. So that's how much I had, and now I'm going to insert a picture because I did actually repress this eyeshadow and it was just getting a little bit patchy and hard to work with. So I'll insert a picture of it before and after being repressed. And now I can show you what it looks like. So this is what my MAC Omega eyeshadow looks like. MAC eyeshadows are hard pressed in there, and even though I repressed it, it's still like not that powdery. And I did hit pan on it again. I want to get rid of this eyeshadow because it is one of my oldest eyeshadows in my collection, and I've had it for probably 3 years or 2 years by the end of this year. So I want to use this up. I've hit pan on it again since I repressed it. I typically use this in my eyebrows, and I use more warm tone colors during the week, and sometimes I'll throw in a cool toned eye look, but most of the eyeshadows that I use during the week are from my Pan That palette, and this is the only cool toned one that I have in this project. So this is typically just used on my brows, and I'm fine using it like that. I actually mixed it a little bit in with my eyeshadows today, but you can really not see it at all. Here is a swatch of it. So it is a cool tone to neutral, just kind of matte mid-tone brown shade. But again, it's pretty old, so I do want to use it up and have it gone by the end of the year. Probably telling you my goals for this. I just want to expand the pan on it and get more use out of it, hopefully do some more cool toned looks with it so I can make some more progress on it. Next I have my Kat Von D Thunderstruck Metal Crush eyeshadow, so I'm going to insert a picture from my intro video. Here's where I'm at now. So I have expanded the pan a decent amount. It's definitely bigger, and I've been using this mostly in my inner corner and as a highlight. I haven't tried this all over my lid yet. I always just forget because I use my other lid shades in this project more, especially during the week because I do the same work look each day. So here is a swatch of it. next to MAC Omega is this shimmery kind of duochrome gold shade. I really enjoy this for my inner corner. I do want to use it up because I just like using eyeshadows up, but my goal for this month would just be to expand the pan on this as well. I'm not really sure if I can finish this by the end of the year, but it's definitely one I'm going to try to. Next I have my Colourpop eyeshadow in Birthday Cake. This is one of their Supershock eyeshadows. So I'll insert a picture from my intro video. Here's where we're at now. I've definitely made a ton of progress on this one. There was some pan showing in my last update, but I did kind of take the product away from the walls and put it into the middle and repress it. I just kind of smushed it with my finger. So there's definitely less product in there. I actually do want to try to finish this one up this month. I think I can do it because I think it just kind of cracks off a lot, and I try to smush back the pieces that I can, but I don't smush back all of them. But it is a really gorgeous eyeshadow. I wear this during the week, probably 2 days a week, and my other one in this project probably 3 days a week. So here's a swatch of Birthday Cake. It's just a pinky metallic rose color. I love this shade. It's gorgeous. It's really intense on the eyes. It works decently well with the brush. I use a Sigma E55 with it, but it also works better with your fingers, especially to blend it out. Sometimes it does feel a little bit chunky on the eyes, like if you touch it, it feels kind of gritty, but it's because it has some glitter in it. But it looks good on the eyes and it wears fairly well as well. I had my makeup on from 5:30 in the morning to around 9:30 at night yesterday, and I didn't notice much creasing, so these Colourpop eyeshadows are really good. Next, I'm still working on my Amber Rush Infallible eyeshadow from L'Oreal, and I'll insert a picture from my intro video. Here's where we're currently at. So I've definitely made some big progress compared to my intro picture. I have hit side pan up here and used up a lot of the product. I think this might be able to be done by the end of the year. I'm pretty positive it can be. So I think for the next month I do want to use up one of these sides right here to get it more flat. And I love this shade. It's not cruelty free, so I won't repurchase it. I can probably just find a dupe for it in my collection or with other cruelty free eyeshadows, but it's gorgeous. Here is a swatch of it. It is probably the more orangey one compared to the more pinky Birthday Cake one, which is right here. But all these eyeshadows are gorgeous. I wear the Colourpop and the L'Oreal one as lid shades. I just kind of rotate between the two of them, and I wear them during the work week. Sometimes I'll wear them on the weekend, and that's how I've been getting use out of them because I've been doing the same look for work every day, which gets kind of boring, but it does help me kind of make my mornings go a little bit smoother. So those were the eyeshadows I was working on in the past month, the ones that I still have. So now I'm going to show you the two that I'm including in replace of my Too Faced Heaven and my H&M Fine China. So first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow from the Self-Made palette, and this is in Shebert, I believe. So I had depotted this, and here's what mine currently looks like. I hit pan on it this month. There's a little bit of pan showing, and I do have a decent dip in it. Anastasia eyeshadows are very soft and blendable, and this one is just a little bit older, so I want to use it up. This is one of my older eyeshadows in my collection, and this shade in particular is a really good transition shade and crease shade, and I wear this during the week with my warmer tone eyeshadows that I have in this project, like the Birthday Cake and Amber Rush. So that's what it looks like in a swatch, and it does work really nicely. So I've been using this pretty much every day I have work when I'm doing eyeshadow. So made some progress on it. I'm hoping to finish this up by the end of the year. This one is another older eyeshadow in my collection. This is the Lorac eyeshadow in Unleashed from the Unzipped Gold palette. I had tried to depot that palette, and then a lot of the shades just cracked, the ones especially that I wanted, and it was just not pretty. But this is the one that I had remaining, and I do have some pan on it. This is a gorgeous shade. Here is a swatch of it right here. I love this shade for fall, so I decided to put it in this project. I want to get this used up because in March, I believe, it'll be a 3-year-old eyeshadow, and I don't want to have eyeshadows or products in my collection that are super old. Not that the powder products, if they're like 3 years old, won't work. It'll still work perfectly fine. I haven't noticed a difference in it at all, but I just want to keep older products in rotation and get them out of my collection. This is one of them. I literally just dropped this eyeshadow. I was expecting all of it to fall out, but only a little bit did. So as you can see, some of it did just crack out. Some might fall out as we speak, but I do want to get one of the corners used up. Eyeshadow cracks very easily, so I'm really excited to get it used up. And if you want like a dupe for it, if you have the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palette, Queen is definitely a dupe for it. I've swatched it before, and they're pretty much identical. So if you want a cheaper alternative for this eyeshadow because it's gorgeous, definitely check out that Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palette or pull it out if you have it. So those are my eyeshadows in my Pan That Palette Singles Edition Project Pan Challenge, and I'm excited that I finished 2 eyeshadows. I think I can finish my Colourpop Birthday Cake eyeshadow in the next month. We'll see. And I'm happy to include some new eyeshadows, even though I've kind of been using that Shebert shade all month anyway. I've been acting like it's been in my Pan That palette. And then I'm excited to get more use out of my Lorac Unleashed because it's a gorgeous eyeshadow. It's just one that I don't wear all the time. Also, I apologize for the lighting changes in this video. I film with natural light, and it has been cloudy, then sunny, then cloudy, then sunny. So I apologize. I'm going to finish up this video, and again, check out my giveaway if you're interested. I'll have it linked in the cards probably in the beginning of this video, and I'll have it linked in my description box as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.